Welcome to Wednesday's Moon, and this is your host, Michaela Rena, Tendaji Ashe. Well, my mother candle is lit, and I've actually already lit my Palo Santo, did some clearing. This is just about to go out. And I'm going to get into the reading while I'm making this tea. And this is a very specific tea, let me say it that way, because of the energy that is very evident today. Now, I'm noticing in my weather, it's really dreary out. We've been dealing with rain and some of the effects, or a lot of the effects, what's going on in Louisiana. And so we have that rain here, and there are places in Houston that the areas are flooding, the bayous are spilling over. Definitely nothing like Baton Rouge, so do not be alarmed on that in that case. However, the cards that I pulled today are serious concern, and they should be every day. However, when I pulled this set of cards, I realized I needed to hurry up and get this message out and go ahead and make a very specific tea in this regard. Okay, the first card that I pulled, of course, everybody knows I use, if you don't know, you get to know now, I use the Tarot of the Orisha. I use several different decks. However, this is what I'm using today. Excuse me. The first card that I pulled was a Two of Water. Okay, now that is really interesting to me that it's reversed. Two of Water. This is equal to the Two of Cups. Excuse me. And so this Two of Water reversed, you notice the seahorses. Now usually seahorses partner together, and they're entangled together, and it's usually, we can kind of see that like they would be in love, right? Good partnership. However, this card is reversed, and so this is telling me that something that appears to be a good resource, something that appears to be for your benefit, is not for your benefit. Matter of fact, you should question everything today, especially in regards to some endeavors that you've been working on. This right here says to me that who you are dealing with, or the people that you're dealing with today, the energy that you're dealing with, is not what it appears to be. So there is an imbalance, and I'm going to even say that today is a very selfish day. Like, you're running across people who seem to be very selfish, and the only way to actually undo that energy is that you have to do opposite of the card. Okay, and that's a big deal. So this right here is definitely selfish energy that is happening. Now, the second card that I pulled is the Five of Air. Look at that card. Oh my gosh. I'm going to hold that up so that you can see that. So you see all the different birds. You even see this beautiful little bird sitting down here, and he's looking like, okay, what the heck is going on? There's a crocodile that's within the bush. There are 5 men with guns pointed at these birds. They have no clue that there's something out there that's to their detriment. Also, you see different colored birds. So some people who you think are your friends, or some people who you think are close to you that have your best interest, they really don't. And you need to really look at who has your back. Okay? And that is really serious. Who really has your back? And so people that you think might really support you, this card is showing that there is some envy today, some jealousy. And it doesn't matter if you have a lot of resources or not. The person could be jealous because you are spiritually connected, in tune. You get it. And the reason why that might be the issue is because these are birds, and birds have everything to do with spiritual energy. Like, we see doves come in. So when you see that, you're dealing with the spiritual essence of something. So that's your core person. The core person, the spiritual being within, it may be attacked today. Somebody is definitely envious. And so you need to keep your mind and your spirit very in tune and aware. Now, the third card that I pulled, which is really interesting, this is the Eight of Air. So air has to do with wands. Okay. Now, normally this would, if you were looking at the regular tarot deck, you would see 8 men, and they would have these clubs or wands, look like they were fighting each other at some, or some decks just have the wands the whole deck is, I mean, the whole card is just the wands. So it could be a struggle, definitely a struggle. The 8 is an interesting number because 8 deals with money. 8 is karma. 8 are lessons. Now, this bird, this blackbird, which is interesting in itself, because blackbirds are usually connected to indigenous people of Africa. And then the red bird is always connected to indigenous people of, let's just say, the Native Americans, what some would call Indian. Okay, so this is a blackbird. The blackbird is in the cage. Now, I would say that this was a bad card. This card, my intuition today says you need to pull in and you need to be introspective. You need to be very aware and keep yourself protected. Like, you don't have to go out in the element. You don't have to open yourself up to any of the negative envy or discussions or concerns that people have. You don't need to get involved in it. Just keep to yourself and stay in your cage. Almost like to say, stay in your lane. And that's what this card energy is sharing with me today. And so I have an affirmation that is connected with that I'm going to share with you. However, I know that the energy is running like this, and so I'm actually making a tea specifically to protect and eliminate a lot of that negative energy that might be out there. So, and it's interesting. It doesn't mean that this type of energy cannot be overturned. That's the whole point of the reading, so that you know what to do, so that as it comes to you, that you are better equipped to deal with it and you can diffuse it. And that's the whole point of using your tarot card. That's the whole reason anybody should learn how to read the tarot. Comprehend the tools that the universe has provided them so that they can move forward successfully, especially when obstacles come. And notice I didn't say the word challenge, an obstacle, okay? So I'm making a specific tea, and this tea is it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 elements in it. And if you are interested in the tea, I do not mind sharing the tea. I don't put it out. This particular tea I don't put out. However, if you would like the information, there's a PayPal link, and you can give a donation, and then I'll go ahead and give you the recipe, and then you'll be able to use it for yourself, okay? Now, the affirmation that is attached to this, very, very key. You must say it 3 times a day, 3 days in a row, okay? Now, you can say it more than 3 days in a row. However, no less than 3 days in a row. Your perception is keen and your assessments are accurate. Your observant eye of discernment is your protection now. Yes, this is true. My perception is keen and my assessments are accurate. My observant eye of discernment is my protection now. Ashe, Oshe, Ashe. Now that is the affirmation of the day. You got your cards. 1, 2, 3. This is divine communication. Last, I would say 7 days, I've been pulling 3 cards. 3 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards. Sometimes it's only 1 card. Sometimes it's 2, but the last couple of days it's been 3 cards. So definitely information that is necessary and needed, and for you to be able to assess as it's coming. Don't jump out of your skin. Just stay within. Stay in your lane. Know what you're supposed to do. And then also you are able to be proactive to diffuse the energy, and that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I will be with you again tomorrow on the Wednesday moon, and this is Michaela Rena with your Kitchen Tarot. Ashe.